So IPRS is the only body in India representing the author, composers, and publishers of music. As per the copyright law of India, there can be only one representative body for each category of IP rights. So when it comes to lyrics and composition, it is IPRS, which is representing the entire community of author composers in India. So the three pillars on which IPRS is built is governance and policies. We have strong policies to run the organization. Then obviously process and technology, because a huge amount of data with the surge in music in India, huge amount of data is being kind of ingested and processed. And obviously the creators are at the core. So reaching out, so India, as Sushil and Rafael already mentioned, India is a very diverse country. Each region is a country in itself. So representing such a diverse diaspora of music and genres is kind of a challenge and opportunity both. So creators are obviously at our core. The leadership team at IPRS. So we have Javed Akhtar, who is a kind of a legendary lyricist, poet, author. He is the chairman of IPRS, and he has been the person behind the amendment of the Copyright Act in India. So as Rafael was explaining the journey of music in India, you might have understood that in India, music was seen as a byproduct, and hence the rights of author composers were not established initially. It was only in 2012 when the copyright law got amended, giving inalienable right to royalty to the author composers. Earlier, the rights were held by the labels or the owner of the sound recording. The publishing rights became distinct only after the copyright amendment in 2012, and Javed Akhtar had been one of the key person leading this change. Our CEO is Mr. Rakesh Nigam. He has been with the organization for the past 20 years and has taken the organization through its journey from 4,000 members to 22,000 members now, revenue growing at 300%. So I'll take you through all of those, the journey of IPRS. So IPRS as a body is a society representing author, composers, publishers, and it is registered by the Government of India under Section 33 of the Copyright Act. And we are in the in the domain of licensing lyrics and composition and collecting the royalties for the author, composers, and publishers who are our members. From a legal constitution, IPRS came into existence in 1969 as a company limited by guarantee and registered under the Companies Act. So our primary business lies in safeguarding the rights of creators and publishers, collecting royalties, and also helping music users to legally play music. Today we are, this year we'll complete 57 years of our existence. We are representing millions of Indian repertoire and international repertoires and we have distributed over $150 million in the past 2 years. This number might look smaller compared to the international societies, but we have to understand that the rights of authors were not established prior to 2012. It is only in 2017 and post 2017 that IPRS has been working in this sphere to ensure that music is licensed and the author's share of royalty goes back to them. We are currently a community of 20,000, 21,000 plus songwriters, composers, and publishers in India. We are also a member of CISAC, which establishes that we are having reciprocal agreements with societies across the globe, ensuring global collection of royalties. Also, when your artists are performing in India, the same happens. We collect the royalties and we pay back to the respective copyright societies internationally. So this is a brief, a glimpse of the growth story of IPRS. If you see in 1920, FY 2019, 2020, IPRS revenue was $25, which in the last 6-7 years have grown to $85, and it is only growing. This year we will surpass this. Distribution is also growing in the same pace. Membership is also, because today IPRS is reaching out to the remotest corner of the country. There are a diverse community of music creators It is just not the metro. It is just not the Bollywood. It is just not the indie pop. Music in India is extremely diverse, and we are happy to represent this community. And the numbers are now just kind of growing. Like in our repertoire, currently we have around 2.2 million musical work, like which are of Indian origin. So IPRS also has a pan-India presence and representations. Apart from our offices in all these cities, we also have partners and collaborators in other small towns and the non-metros. We have recently launched the IP hubs across India, where we are collaborating with music studios, music bodies across India, where IPRS is not physically present. These are the representation, these are the touch points, the facility centers, which are helping artists to understand like music rights and the importance of joining a society and registering their works with a society. This is a very interesting slide. If you see, in 1718, our majority of our earning was from public performance of music. In 7 years, this has completely changed, where 81% of our revenue is coming from the digital platforms. And the major digital platforms contributing to this growth is YouTube and Spotify. In India, there is one grim situation where a lot of Indian origin platforms are not yet to license and pay IPRS. JioSaavn, the biggest homegrown platform, is yet to kind of take a license and pay Indian creators their due royalties for the music being played on their platform. So these are the things which we are negotiating, and we are hopeful that time has changed, mindset is changing. So all this will be addressed very soon. If you see, even broadcasting and other sources of revenue are also very limited. So these are a big area of work where IPRS is focusing to improve licensing, improve compliance, and get more monies coming back to the author, composers, and publishers of music working in India. So one very important thing to note is that IPRS as a body is managing both performing and mechanical rights, unlike many foreign societies where they collect performing royalties. There is a separate body collecting mechanical royalties as per the Indian copyright law, and as has been authorized to IPRS. IPRS is authorized to collect both performing and mechanical, which means the royalty share for artists for performing and mechanical is assured. So there is one more very important thing which you need to note if you are working in India or you're working with Indian content or with Indian artists. The royalty split in India as per the copyright law is 50% goes to the publisher, 25 to the author, and 25 to the composer. So this is the split that has been established by the copyright law in India. If there are multiple composers, then that 25% will be distributed among those multiple composers. If there are multiple authors, that 25% will go to the lyricist. It is not that the composer will have a 40%, the lyricist will have a 10%. It is always an equal split between the author and the composer, and publisher will always get 50%. One more very important thing, which coming to Indian context, is that author share of royalty will directly go to the author composer directly to their bank account. Unlike foreign societies where the author share of royalty is also collected by the publisher, and then the publisher further distributes the author share of royalty to the author composer. In India, the publisher share will go to the publisher, the author share will go directly to the author. It will not go via any third party. So IPRS has been focusing on capacity building. Our focus has been on improving our royalty payouts. And the other very important thing, and where I think today's session makes a lot of sense, is that IPRS is increasing its global impact. Last year, we had organized a WIPO Roundtable in Mumbai. Our licensing software, so we are also helping the neighboring countries in sync with the government of India's vision of supporting our neighbors. So we are like assisting our neighboring countries, Nepal, Bangladesh, like Sri Lanka, Bhutan, to establish their copyright societies. So the collection for artists from all these countries is improved. And IPRS is also helping to bring back the best practices to the Indian subcontinent. So our key strengths for IPRS lies that we are the only copyright society representing author composers in India. So when you are coming to India, you don't need to go to multiple bodies. One body is helping you to protect your rights, to reach out to the community pan India. IPRS is collecting both performing and mechanical royalties. IPRS, so in India, our copyright law is one of the best in the world. Hence, just that our compliance needs to improve, but the rights of the authors and publishers are very well established in India, and IPRS is now part of like multiple forums and conferences driving policy decisions. Now I will take you quickly through the few of the initiatives that IPRS is doing beyond royalty collection and distribution and licensing. We have a very strong approach, as I had mentioned in my initial slides, that the creators are at our core. So we believe in the royalties can only happen when the creators are empowered, they get more opportunities to work. So education becomes very important for us because rights awareness is very limited in our country. So outreach and enrollment is one of our key kind of responsibilities, engaging with the creator community on a regular basis and empowering them. So these are few of our key IPs which we are currently working on. Credit the Creator is a campaign to establish the rights of creators. There was a time, now it is improving, where the mention of the author composer in credits was not happening. Music is playing, but the credits were missing. If the metadata is flawed, if the credits are missing, then the monies will never flow back to the creators or the publishers. So this was a campaign that we did to build awareness about the importance of crediting the creators. License Liya Kya is another campaign to improve compliance and licensing in India. Her Music was to kind of improve gender representation and to address underrepresentation of women in music. My Music, My Rights is our kind of pan-India outreach program, education workshops where we handhold artists to understand the importance of IP rights, because our copyright law, as I said, is the best, but the artists are not aware of the rights that they have, that the copyright law has given them. So we need to go and educate them on the rights they hold so that they can make more informed decisions. Soundscapes of India is a very ambitious and a visionary initiative from IPRS, because as Rafael and Sushil mentioned, that India's music is very diverse. But suppose when you are coming from outside India, how do you kind of reach out to those music, that talent? Where is that one stage which will show you the diversity of Indian music? So Soundscapes of India is a visionary project as a showcase music festival in India, where we bring, so we just, in November, we completed the second year of Soundscapes of India, where we invite artists from across India to kind of to showcase diverse genres, so that bookers from different countries came to India to book and kind of take those talent back to their country. We will be coming back with the third season this year. Collab is an international songwriting camp. So as part of Collab, we did an Indo-Korean songwriting camp in 2024 November, where we had Korean artists coming to India, and it was a 7-day residency camp we did in India. Last year, we did an Indo-Canadian camp where we had Canadian artists coming down to India to collaborate with artists from India. As part of Collab, we had one of our artists, Abdon Mek, who recently opened for John Mayer in Mumbai. He went to a camp organized by Artist Juice last year. Then we had Merlin D'Souza, a female creator from India, going to a camp in Canada organized by SOCAN and CM to be part of this all-women songwriting camp. So because we have seen the aspirations of Indian creators to collaborate with international artists, also international artists aspiring to collaborate with Indian artists. Now, if you want to reach out to some artists who from the remote corners of the country. So Collab is the platform where we are connecting these underrepresented emerging artists with artists from across the world. IPRS Stage is an initiative which we are tying up with music festivals across India to help discovery of Indian music and taking it to the urban audiences and the younger audiences in India so that the appreciation for our music grows. Recently, we are collaborating with the Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Next month, we are organizing a 3-day festival of Indian tribal music, because tribal music is a genre which has been completely untapped and identified as a distinct genre. They have unique music, unique instruments, and it's a huge opportunity to bring them to the mainstream. So we are working with Ministry of Tribal Affairs in India. We will be happy to collaborate with all of you to bring your indigenous music, your underrepresented genres to India, or take our artists to your country and do such collaborations. Soundscapes of India, we had collaborated with the Ministry of Culture. So these initiatives are, the journey has just begun, and more will be coming. I'll be happy to. So my number is with Anna. You are free to reach out to me for future collaborations. And thank you for the opportunity to share what IPRS is doing. Thank you so much.